plans to go ahead with select clauses of the previously scrapped Finance Bill 2024. Treasury Cabinet Secretary John Mbadi now insists that the policies must be passed, especially new taxes in the digital realm. Hibak Said now reports.
Treasury and Economic Planning Cabinet Secretary John Mbadi now affirms that the government will be going forward with plans to widen the tax collection net to feed the growing expenditure appetite, saying the economic standing of the country calls for adjusted taxation regimes. The government is seeking to bridge the 346 billion Kenyan shilling deficit following the withdrawal of the Finance Bill 2024. New measures are likely to be put in place by the taxman.
If it is wrong, but it is not, I've not been told by my boss that it is wrong. Actually, my boss told me supporting. So let us go that route. Those who are supposed to pay taxes, lipa ushuru, sindio?
Among them will be the expansion of the digital market in the proposed amendment of the income tax to include more digital operators. The government will also seek to introduce a minimum tax top-up, a measure that will target multinational companies to pay a minimum tax of 15%. Other measures include the introduction of withholding tax on goods that are supplied to public entities at a rate of 0.5%. Employees will also be required to increase their limit for pension contribution to 30,000 a month, as well as an introduction of economic presence tax if the proposal sails through.
There were so many good provisions in that bill that I don't think we should lose as a country. Some would help us make better the business environment. Some would also help government collect some revenue without hurting those who should not be hurt. So I have made a proposal. I'll put it on the table. There is nobody who has pushed me to it. It's not IMF. I told you, the president did not appoint a conman. I am not conning Kenyans.
Other measures include the taxation of infrastructure bonds, KRA PIN to be made mandatory if working remotely, while affordable housing and SHA tax will be made deductible. Treasury has cast blame on the Kenya Revenue Authority's system of operation.
And by the way, we don't need to tax Kenyans more to raise that. We just need discipline at KRA and system enhancement. And we get our 400 billion clean. And we discharge those external lenders. We tell them, you have to beg us.
This as the CS affirms thorough public participation in the coming bill tabling, saying Kenyans must pay tax for sustainable development growth. And while the Treasury insists that the Finance Bill 2024 might have been quote-unquote poisoned, there are some clauses that will be making a comeback, as the CS John Mbadi now says that these clauses will be debated in Parliament and some of them might come into effect, but with public participation. He says that revenue collection has only been impeded by the negligence of the Kenya Revenue Authority. Hibak Said for TV 47 Nairobi.